mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Muli ako si Emmanuel O. Alejandre. Ito ang aking daily devotion ngayong May 10. And for today, we are going to talk about showing your faith by doing your best. And this is about Jehoash. Now, to give more context, I would like to read to you 1 Kings chapter 13, verses 14 to 21. It is titled The Death of Elisha. Now, when Elisha had fallen sick with the illness of which he was to die, Joash, king of Israel, went down to him and wept before him, crying, my father, the chariots of Israel and its horsemen. And Elisha said to him, take a bow and arrows. So he took a bow and arrows. Then he said to the king of Israel, draw the bow. Then he drew it. And Elisha laid his hands on the king's hands. And he said, open the window eastward. And he opened it. Then Elisha said, shoot. And he shot. And he said, the Lord's arrow of victory, the arrow of victory over Syria. For you shall fight the Syrians in Aphek until you have made an end of them. And he said, take the arrows. And he took them. And he said to the king of Israel, strike the ground with them. And he struck 3 times and stopped. Then the man of God was angry with him and said, you should have struck 5 or 6 times. Then you would have struck down Syria until you had made an end of it. But now you will strike down Syria only 3 times. So Elisha died and they buried him. Now bands of Moabites used to invade the land in the spring of the year, and as the man was being buried, behold, a marauding band was seen, and the man was thrown into the grave of Elisha. And as soon as the man touched the bones of Elisha, he revived and stood on his feet. Now, it's a lot. There's a lot to unpack, but I will give you the rundown, no? First off, Elisha was a man of God, no? He loved God. He was after God's heart. And he became a messenger of God when he was talking to Joash or Jehoash. Now, when he ordered Jehoash to strike the ground eastward, it was a bit of symbolism. Because eastward is, I guess, maybe the direction following Syria. And when Elisha said to Jehoash to strike down that said ground, it symbolizes to God giving him the ability to strike down Syria. Now, when he was ordered to shoot it, he only shot it 3 times. Now, you might be thinking, why isn't 3 enough? Well, it's not about the quantity. It's actually about the faith. Maaaring when he was shooting those arrows, he was skeptical. Tama ba tong ginagawa ko? I was shooting random arrows at this random direction, at this random window. How can this help my situation? Maaaring ganun, no? We'll never know. But there's the thing. Kung ano yung tiwala mo sa plano ng Panginoon, yun yung magiging blessing sa'yo. Because God declares victory for Israel. Nandun na eh. Sinabi na ng Panginoon na magwawagi siya over Syria. And actually, sinabi ng Panginoon na magwawagi siya more than enough times na yung Syria, it will be put to an end. So, nung narinig niya yon, dapat nagtiwala na siya. Buong-buo na dapat yung loob niya kasi nanggaling na mismo sa Panginoon. Remember, God demands wholehearted faith. Hindi pwede yung kalahati lang, hindi pwede yung meron pa ring part sa atin na walang tiwala sa Panginoon. In everything that we do, there's always God involved. Therefore, in every action that we must choose to do, we must do it in accordance to God's will. Dahil nga, meron tayong tiwala sa kanyang plano. And remember, like I've said before, God blesses according to the measure of one's faith. Kung ikaw, nanghihingi ka nga ng tulong sa Panginoon, you're seeking Him out vocally. But are you truly seeking Him out internally? Sa kaloob-looban mo ba? May tiwala ka na yung hinihingan mo ng tulong ay matutulungan ka? reflect on yourself and your faith towards God. Kung hingi ka ng hingi ng tulong sa Panginoon, pero hindi mo naman pala alam at hindi ka nagtitiwala na matutulungan ka niya, then that is useless. You know, God is an all-powerful God. And God has blessed my life so many times. Actually, I've been so bewildered because God has never left me. And He never will, because that is His promise. And I'm forever grateful towards God because of that. So join me in putting our faith towards God. Let us seek God's help through prayer and believe that God's victory is coming without a doubt. Because if anyone can do it, it's Him. Now, here's a very important caveat. You can say that you're definitely faithful, no? Tiwalang-tiwala ka, natutulungan ka ng Panginoon. To the point na hindi ka na umaakto. Now that is dangerous. That's wrong. Bakit? Because demonstrating your faith requires action. Ibig sabihin, kung talagang nagtitiwala ka sa Panginoon, kikilos ka. Kasi alam mo na yung pagkilos na yon ay guided niya. Hindi pwede yung sinasabi mo na nagtitiwala ka sa Panginoon, tapos you're just laid back. Nakaganon ka lang. That is laziness. That's not faith. Don't misconstrue that with faith. True faith means that you wholeheartedly believe and you use every effort that you can exert to get towards that goal. And lagi nating tatandaan, kapag gumagawa tayo ng goal, make sure na aligned yon sa utos at katuruan ng Panginoon. Kasi kung nanghihingi ka nga ng tulong, no? You're asking for guidance in terms of prayer, no? You're asking for help. Pero kung yung plano naman pala ay impure at hindi aligned sa katuruan ng Panginoon, do you think that He will actually give you what you want? Remember, God gives you what you need. So kung hindi aligned yung plano mo sa plano niya, then maybe He'll give you something that will make you realize that what you're aiming for is not something that you should aim for. And remember, God works in many mysterious ways. Huwag na nating hintayin pa na yung mysterious ways na yun ay kailangan natin ng suffering. So, as early as now, show your faith by doing your best. Yan lamang po ang aking daily devotion. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Pagpalain po tayong lahat, and let us all give glory to God.